What up, everybody? Just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who's supported Lockdown Universe for the past 3 years. I really appreciate you. And if you've been thinking about a way to support, but you didn't have $1.99 to support for each month, that is okay. If you want to just buy me a coffee, there's an option for you to just buy me a coffee inside the description of each episode moving forward. So just highlight that, put it in your browser. You can go right there and buy me a coffee or two or three. I like coffee. Who doesn't? And I would really appreciate it. And it would keep me awake enough to make more podcasts for you guys. So I would appreciate that. And just wanted to let you know. Thanks for that. And thanks for supporting the podcast. Let's get to the show. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Lockdown Universe, home of the bizarre, peculiar, and unheard of stories of UFO legend and paranormal lore. Welcome back, welcome back. Happy to be back. Hopefully you guys are doing excellent and taking care of yourselves. So, from time to time, we're going to talk about technology on this platform and this podcast. And this is going to be one of those where I think it's important for you guys to be aware of. I wasn't aware of this, and this article actually just came out on NPR March 22nd, which was just a few days ago. And it's an FTC warning, and I wanted to share it with you guys. It's an FTC warning that there are voice clones, thieves that are using voice cloning technology to pretend they are your relatives. So this actually, not this particular scam, but another scam like this happened to me. So I just wanted to share with you guys this technology and this information. A few Christmases ago, maybe it's been like 5. I don't know. It's been a while, and I just so happened to be spending the night at my parents' house, and we get a call, and I didn't live there, right? I was just spending the night. We get a call. It's from the IRS it's from the U.S. Marshal's office. They said I owed the IRS like $10,000, and they were coming to my house on Christmas morning. They called and they said they're coming to my house unless I forward the cash, right? Whatever it was, wire or whatever the case was. So my mom hangs up and she tells me about it, and I said, well, let's go out to eat and let's see if anybody shows up at the house. So we go out to eat, and I'm like, I don't know what, I'm like, they can come. I'm like, I don't owe anybody anything. Like, if anything, they owe me money. So we go out to eat, and then her friend calls her while we're out to eat breakfast, right? Yeah, yes, there was a restaurant open on Christmas. And we're out eating breakfast, and her friend calls, and she says, hey, I got the strangest call from the U.S. Marshal's office. They said they were coming to my house to arrest me. She's like, I got to get out of here. And my mom told her, she said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Mike got the same call today. So don't even worry about it. I was like, wow, that's really interesting, because to me, I'm thinking, hey, I'm really worried. I'm like, holy crap, I'm going to get really screwed here. But no, not the case. Not the case at all, actually. It worked out, and nobody showed up. Nobody showed up to her house. Actually, she came out to hang out with us and have some breakfast, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. But nonetheless, it's one of those things where these guys are scammers, and these guys are willing to do anything it takes to, make some money. And they might not even be in this country. They might be in a different country. So that's a common scam. But what they're doing now, what the FTC is warning about, is that you might receive a call from someone who sounds exactly like a friend or a family member, but is actually a scammer using a clone of their voice. So that's particularly worrisome to me, for you guys, and for family, right? So the FTC released a consumer alert this week urging people to be vigilant for calls using voice clones generated by artificial intelligence. We talked about the ChatGPT. That's out there. A lot of folks are, using this technology for good, but you know what? There's a lot of people that might use it for bad. And one of the latest techniques used by criminals is this voice all they need is a small clip. So what they say in the article is all the scammer needs is a short audio clip of your family member's voice, which they can get from content posted online. They can go grab it off your Facebook or grab it off of somewhere else, YouTube, whatever, and just take that and that little piece. AI will branch it out and say anything that it want to through their voice. So imagine getting a call from your mom or your sister, your brother, or whoever, your cousin, your aunt, uncle. They're like, "Hey, I apologize for calling you, but I need like $300, because my car got a flat or da 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 da, and I'm stuck out here. Can you forward it to me? Da 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 da." And of course you're gonna forward it to them because you're family, right? Your friends or whatever the case is. So you're gonna do it, and that's how they get you, because you're gonna do anything you need to for your loved one, right? So what the FTC says to do is to hang up the phone, even if it looks like they're calling from their number, right? They're calling from your brother, sister, mother, father's phone. Even if it's showing up, they can ghost that. They can spoof that number to look like it's actually your family member calling. So they say to hang up. They say, hey, you can just say, hey, let me go find the information. I'll call you right back or whatever. You can just hang up. It doesn't matter, right? Hang up. Call your family member back. Make sure it's them. You know, because when you make a call, then you're the one in control. Or you could grab, somebody else's in the house's phone and call them from that phone, just to be on the double safe side, right? That way, you're not using your own phone. They can't try to like redirect your call or something. So the FTC suggests that if someone who sounds like a friend or a relative asks for money, they usually want to be paid in a wire transfer, cryptocurrency, or a gift card. You should hang up immediately and call the person to verify their story. So this is one of the interesting things now because a lot of people have lost a lot of money, and all the way back in 2019, scammers impersonated the boss of a UK-based energy firm and demanded $243,000, and they got it. And another one, they scammed a bunch of senior citizens out of like 200 grand. And there's these deep fake videos out there too. So like there's even people making deep fake videos of other people, like sending them via messenger. So like that's where, when it comes to technology, we really have to kind of keep your eye on the tech to be aware of its capabilities so that you don't get scammed by it. And, if we want to take it down the conspiracy rabbit hole, that's where this becomes a question mark, right? Like, could the government or could any authority figure, or any alphabet soup agency use this against the public? Absolutely. Like, you ever seen Prison Break? I know I bring that up a lot, but they use deepfake technology to make it look like one of the main characters killed like some official, right? And so they framed him using that tech. And so this stuff, you could put somebody in a spot where they could be looking like they're doing something legal when they're not. So this tech can do that, It was funny because I remember watching an episode of Entourage and Jim, oh gosh, my brain, James Cameron, the director of Terminator, right? All these famous movies, was on there, and he said, "Oh yeah," he'd made a joke in 2006 or something like that. He made a joke on that show that said, "Hey, in about 5 years, we won't even need actors anymore." Well, he was only about a decade off because now we really don't even need actors anymore. If you don't believe me, go look up Tom Cruise deepfake or deepfake Tom Cruise. There's a guy out there that's deepfaking Tom Cruise. Now he looks a little bit like him, but not perfect, right? Like he looks like he could be like his distant cousin or something like that, but not like a twin brother. But what he does is he uses this AI technology and he looks exactly like Tom Cruise. You couldn't tell the difference. That's how good it's gotten. And he can make any video he wants. He could be Tom Cruise in Hawaii. He could be Tom Cruise on Skid Row. Doesn't matter. So now you get all these videos out there that are fake, and how do you know one's not different than the other? And what if you bring it to the police and you say, hey, this guy did this, da 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 da. You just made a fake video, but now you got proof. You know, it would take somebody with some real ingenuity, science ingenuity, computer tech ingenuity to be able to figure it out and make it to be make that person innocent, right? So you got to be careful with this stuff. You got to be aware of it so that you don't get taken advantage of by it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was interesting piece of technology to share. Interesting piece of, warning to share. We're past the holidays, so hopefully these scammers are kind of gone by the wayside, but they never sleep. Scamming's like New York City. It's like the city that never sleeps. It's like the crime that never sleeps. There are always scammers out there, especially in other countries, trying to target Americans and other, wealthier nations. So anyway, guys, I want you guys to protect yourself always, right? But always to be aware, conspiracy-wise, that this could be used against you in some way in the future, right? To blame you for something. That's something to be aware of too now. Way too easy to blame somebody with this kind of tech when they might have not even have been there. The only way to prove that you weren't there would be to maybe have, people see you being with people, or having your phone by you, or, having some kind of proof that you were somewhere else. So anyway, guys, take care of yourselves tonight. Stay healthy. Stay mentally, spiritually, physically positive. Encourage the energies around you to lift you up and have a light of positivity around you and around your family and your friends. Take care of them and yourselves as well. Follow through on your hobbies and your goals and your dreams this weekend. Do whatever it takes to make you happy. And as always, continue to question the universe around you. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, and Lockdown Universe out.